And the stage is set. India is all set to get its new vice president. We're talking about the 15th vice president that's going to be elected today. And it is, of course, a high-stake battle. But, of course, the numbers stacking up as far as the NDA is concerned. But here we have, of course, both sides there holding those mock polls just ahead of the elections that will, of course, start from at about 10 o'clock, 1 hour style from now, and it will continue till about 5 o'clock in the evening. Counting is going to start at 6 o'clock. So we'll know later in the evening as to who is going to be the new vice president. This is coming about just on the heels of that abrupt stepping down of the vice president, Jagdeep Dhankar. Many questioning that move. And of course, here we have the two, contestants, CP Radhakrishnan, and on the other side, we have Sudershan Reddy. And this is a high-stake battle with both the ruling NDA and the opposition India bloc holding, separate meetings in the Parliament complex, a show of strength where they educated their respective MPs about the election process and also conducted mock polls. And this is in order to ensure that their members are voting correctly, in order to ensure that there is no cross-voting that takes place. Do remember, because this is a secret ballot and that anyone could really be voting for who they deem fit. So it is three parties, which is the BJD and the Shiromani Akali Dal and, of course, the BRS that has decided to abstain. Well, my colleague Himanshu and Akhilesh are joining us. Akhilesh, over to you first. When we talk about, the BJD as well as the BRS and the Shiromani Akali Dal, they've used election as a flashpoint to solidify their position as principal opposition parties for their respective states by abstaining from the elections. Take us through, how is this going to impact the elections?
Well, the result is known because the NDA has a decisive lead as far as the vice presidential election is concerned. The question is only whether the margin is bigger than the last time or not. But it seems that because this time the opposition has more numbers, so the margin will not be like the last time when Dhankar won with a thumping majority. But of course, the NDA is trying its best, is counting every vote. Each vote is important. That's what Prime Minister Narendra Modi said yesterday. He advised MPs that they should not waste their vote by, it should not be invalid. So they have to learn how to vote properly, and the proper training session was organized for each and every MP of the NDA. There was a mock poll done, and now the numbers as they speak around 437 for the NDA as of today, and also as far as the India Alliance is concerned, 350 numbers for them. In NDA, of course, has more than the magic number, which is 391. So NDA is confident that it will win this election comfortably. But the only question is whether the margin will be bigger or not. But of course, the number is the margin, of course, is they are saying that 100 to 125 can be the margin as far as the vice presidential election is concerned. 10 o'clock the voting will begin. And you asked about the BJD and BRS abstaining from this poll, and Congress party has actually pointed this out, that on previous occasions these two parties have supported the government on all the crucial and controversial moves like triple talaq abolition or some other issues. But this time they are abstaining, and this is a clear sign of things to come. But both parties have their own reasons. BJD recently lost on the hands of the BJP in Odisha, and as far as BRS is concerned, there's a by-election which is coming in Jubilee Hills Assembly election, and that's why BRS wants to keep equidistance from both the Congress and the BJP. This is the reason why they decided to abstain.
Right. Of course, the big point being that the MPs are not bound by party whips to vote in this election, which takes place under a secret ballot system. Himanshu joining us as well. Himanshu Shekhar, in order to ensure there's no cross-voting, take us through this, precautionary measures which are in place.
Well, a mock drill was conducted yesterday where all the BJP MPs were present, and they were actually given a first-hand experience of how to vote in the vice presidential elections. We do know that a special pen will be given to the MPs, and they have to use that pen when they vote for a particular candidate. If they use any other pen, then that vote will be considered invalid. So the idea is that the entire force, the support that NDA has, that should reflect in numbers, and that is the part of the larger strategy of the NDA managers. I am at Prahlad Joshi's residence, Union Minister, and as you can see behind me, there are MPs from South India who are now with the NDA. You can see V Somarna, who is the Minister of State for Railways, a senior leader, and there are other MPs also. We'll try and talk to them now on the kind of strategy that is now being planned. There is a breakfast meeting which is now happening at Prahlad Joshi's residence. And the BJP now is claiming that they have garnered the support of 437 MPs in Parliament, in both Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha, and they are very confident of a thumping majority. In fact, Union Minister Prahlad Joshi has just now claimed that we are now heading towards a thumping majority, and our majority win this time will be bigger than the victory we had when the last vice presidential elections were held. So the NDA managers are very confident, but at the same time, they are very cautiously putting their house together, and that is why you can see one more MP now has just arrived he is from Tamil Nadu, and he has come to meet Prahlad Joshi to attend this breakfast meeting. And the idea is to have a very cohesive strategy and ensure that every MP who is part of the NDA supports the vice presidential candidate. Sir, confident about today?
Sir, we will win, sir. We will win. Tamilian will win.
What makes you so confident? If you can just speak to us.
Sir, it's a CP Radhakrishnan. It's a very good politician. He hails from our Tamil Nadu. We are proud to be a Tamilian. So he will win.
He will win. So the MP from Tamil Nadu, very confident about CP Radhakrishnan's win. That's right.
Right, Himanshu, we also have Akhilesh with us, and let's just draw comparisons. Akhilesh, from the last elections to now, what have we seen? What has changed over the last 3 years?
Well, what has changed is basically the numbers of the opposition parties, because they are now in a large number. In the last Lok Sabha elections, the opposition performed really well compared to 2019 Lok Sabha elections. And that's why the opposition parties are confident that this time they will give a tough fight. Though the result is known, as I mentioned earlier, but they have described this as a battle of ideology. And that is why the BJP wanted, to corner the DMK, because there are elections in Tamil Nadu in the next 6 months. But despite that, the DMK did not fall into the trap of the BJP, and DMK clearly supporting the India bloc candidate, saying very clearly that it's a battle of ideology and we will not support somebody who belongs to the ideology of the RSS. This is what the DMK has made it very clear. And on the other hand, the India bloc also wanted the parties from Andhra Pradesh and Telangana to come to their fold, and that's why they fielded somebody who belongs to Andhra Pradesh, and that's why BRS has decided to abstain, and also TDP, they wanted TDP to actually reconsider his decision, but TDP is now firmly with the NDA. So the numbers are different this time. As I mentioned earlier, the margin is going to be 100 to 125. But last time, when Jagdeep Dhankar won, he won by a thumping majority of more than 350 votes. So this will not be the result this time. That's why NDA is also very cautious. They are focusing on each and every single vote. And yesterday, there was a mock poll organized by the NDA, and every MP was taught how to cast their vote. And because Prime Minister Narendra Modi also said that there should not be any invalid vote, and they are ensuring that there's 100% polling as far as NDA MPs are concerned.
Right. Well, Akhilesh, stay with us. Himanshu, stay with us as well. First, listen in to what it has been said by the vice presidential candidate. We're talking about CP Radhakrishnan. Let's listen in.
It is going to be a big victory for Indian nationalism. We all are one. We will be one. India, we want to be the Vikshit Bharat, and all the victory will lead towards that. Thank you.
So what would be your strategies and plans ahead if you win?
We will meet again.
So you've been said.
That was the NDA candidate for the vice presidential post, and Himanshu, of course, with us. Himanshu, Akhilesh was talking about, of course, how things were different back when it was Jagdeep Dhankar who was elected as the vice president, which was in 2022. Well, also, there's so much controversy doing the rounds even now in regard to his disappearance, as to where is he and, what really led to his stepping down. At the same time, when we talk about the popularity of the two picks, take us through that.
We just now spoke to several MPs here from different South Indian states, and they're all very confident that CP Radhakrishnan will win very comfortably. In fact, NDA managers are very confident that as far as South Indian states are concerned, this time they are getting very good support from MPs across the political spectrum. But you are absolutely right. The political arithmetics in Parliament now is very different than when the last elections were held for the Vice President's post. And of course, we have seen that the opposition numbers have increased significantly in Lok Sabha. And that is why the opposition camp is also now confident of giving what they call a respectable fight. Though the numbers are very clear, we have been speaking to BJP managers, and they're very confident of winning around 437 votes today when the elections are held. In fact, one BJP MP said that opposition can't win more than 323 seats. That's the larger political calculus behind these vice presidential elections. NDA managers are saying that we can win up to 56% of the votes today. And as part of the strategy to ensure that every MP who supports NDA's candidate goes to vote and casts a valid vote, a lot of work has happened in last 2 days. We have seen a mock drill that was done in Parliament yesterday for all NDA MPs, where they were actually given a first-hand experience of how to cast a valid vote, because the Parliament Secretariat has decided that a special pen will be given to every MP when he or she comes out to cast their vote. And if they use any other pen, then that vote will be considered invalid. So the idea is that on the ground, there is a support, majority support for the NDA, and the NDA managers are working very hard till the last minute to ensure that every MP who supports NDA's candidature actually goes out and vote in a very valid manner in support of CP Radhakrishnan. And I am now at Prahlad Joshi's residence, and you can see there are still MPs who are coming here, and there is a breakfast meeting that is going on. And the idea is to keep the NDA together ahead of this very crucial vote, which starts at 10 a.m.
Right. Well, Himanshu, even though arithmetically, things have changed, but, the numbers are still with the NDA. Ishika, over to you. Of course, there might be, as far as the margin is concerned, that might be smaller this time around. Take us through, you are, of course, joining us from Taj Mansingh. Take us through what's happening there.
Well, Divya, as you rightly mentioned, I am currently outside the hotel Taj Mansingh, where in fact the India Alliance candidate, Vice President candidate Sudershan Reddy is currently inside, and we are expecting that Congress leaders will now be coming to meet him before he heads for, in fact, the voting. Now, if you look at the entire strategy of Sudershan Reddy, we have seen how he himself has put it out there to the MPs of not just the India Alliance, but also to the NDA MPs that this is not an election on numbers, but this is an election which, which is based on the spirit of democracy, and that is what even the NDA MPs should focus upon. And, for that he has also, in fact, made appeals to them, written letters to them. So remains to be seen whether that will be working in his favor or not. On the other hand, if you look at the Congress party entirely, they are certainly pinning their hopes this time on the cross-voting. They are very much, in fact, confident that the cross-voting this time will be working in their favor and will be helping them to narrow the margin. But they are also continuously trying to amp up the pressure, especially on the Telugu-based parties. If you look at the tweet that has been put out by the Congress leader Manikam Tagore, it is a very strong worded letter where in fact he has attacked Jagan Mohan Reddy, saying that today Jagan Mohan Reddy, by backing the RSS candidate, he has in fact put it above the interest of Andhra Pradesh. In fact, not just this, we have seen how the Congress has also attacked the BRS for abstaining to vote in this election. So certainly Congress continues to try to, amp up the pressure on these parties, especially the Telugu parties, trying to get more numbers in its favor. Over to you.
Right. We also have Prashant joining us, and of course Akhilesh continues to be with us. Akhilesh, before I let you go, of course, the BJP, slamming the Congress party and the opposition for their VP pick for meeting with Lalu Prasad Yadav just 24 hours before the elections.
That's correct. In fact, yesterday Ravi Shankar Prasad held a press conference and attacked India Bloc's candidate, Mr. Sudershan Reddy, for meeting Lalu Prasad Yadav, who is somebody who is convicted in the fodder scam, and asking that why a retired Supreme Court judge is meeting a convicted person. This is the question posed by the BJP yesterday. And last night also, a few retired judges, they wrote a letter, an open letter asking the same question. So, of course, the BJP raising various points as far as Mr. Sudershan Reddy is concerned. Earlier also, they raised pointed questions about why he gave a verdict about Salva Judum in Chhattisgarh, which led to a lot of killing of innocent people in Chhattisgarh due to Naxalism. So this is the reason why the BJP was very aggressive as far as Mr. Sudershan Reddy is concerned. And India Bloc also says that it's a battle of ideology. I just want to point out few points here. Like you mentioned earlier about why Dhankad had to go and why BJP has picked up Mr. From Tamil Nadu. Because BJP says that this time they want somebody to pick up who has strong roots in the BJP and RSS ideology. He also comes from the backward community of Tamil Nadu, and there are elections which are just 6 months ahead in Tamil Nadu. So BJP also wants to send a political message to Tamil Nadu. They are also saying that now you have a president from a tribal community, a vice president from the OBC community, and also prime minister from OBC community. So it's a very strong message of empowerment.
Right, of course, considering that this is coming about just before the elections in Tamil Nadu, what kind of role does that really have to play as far as the pick is concerned? Akhilesh.
Well, of course, I mean, it will be depending on how AIDMK and BJP takes it up. Though AIDMK was very clear, DMK has made it very clear that it was a battle of ideology. They don't want to fall into the trap led by the BJP that somebody from Tamil Nadu has been fielded, so they have to support on the basis of the region. But they are saying that it's a battle of ideology. We are fighting against the ideology of the BJP and the RSS, and they know it very well that why BJP decided to field Mr. CP Radhakrishnan, who comes from Tamil Nadu, who has a very good relationship with various DMK leaders also. So he is acceptable as far as Tamil Nadu politics is concerned. But since it's a larger question of opposition unity and also about how the battle of ideologies is being fought, that's why the opposition, especially the DMK, decided not to support Mr. CP Radhakrishnan and support Mr. Sudershan Reddy.
Right. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for joining us. Let's just also go across to Prashant, who is with us. Prashant, members of the parliament are not bound by party whips to vote in the vice presidential election, which takes place under that secret ballot system. There are multiple, precautionary measures in place, from the mock polls that have already taken place to keeping their, flock together. But take us through, what does this really mean? Because this obviously has a political angle to it, given the fact that this is South versus South. And this is, of course, the BJP completely eyeing the South as far as the upcoming election in the state is concerned.
That's right, Divya. This is an effort to keep the flock together, and I'm standing at one of such places. I'm standing at Minister of Home Affairs Nityanand Ray's house, and MPs from Bihar and Jharkhand have been congregating at his residence. As you can see, one of the MPs has just come in. LJP MP from Khagadia, Rajesh Verma, has just come in. Before that, many central ministers and MPs from Bihar and Jharkhand, they have gathered here, and I have been given to understand that most of them will proceed from this house to the Parliament House to cast their vote. And this is this is an effort also to show the unity between within the NDA group in Bihar, just ahead of Bihar polls, which is scheduled to take place in first week of November. So that's right. Though this battle is held as South versus South, but there are pockets where also NDA is trying to show its unity. And I'll try to talk to one of the MPs who has come here, राजेश वर्मा, एलजेपी एमपी. राजेश जी, बस क्या आपके लिए बताइए कि क्या आपको लगता है, क्या उम्मीद है, क्योंकि अंतरात्मा की आवाज़ पर वोट देने की बात हो रही है.
अरे अंतरात्मा की आवाज़ से हम लोग कह रहे हैं कि पूरा एनडीए इंटैक्ट होकर हम लोग मतदान करने जा रहे हैं. कहीं कोई संशय नहीं है. विपक्ष के पास वही घिसी पिटी बातें हैं कि संविधान खतरे में है. लोकसभा के समय भी उनका संविधान खतरे में था, आज भी संविधान उनका खतरे में है. वास्तविकता ये है कि पूरा का पूरा विपक्ष ही खतरे में है. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.